Colombia, being such an ethnically diverse nation, kind of like the United States, means that, you know, they have the advantage of being able to draw on immigration or new migrants, and in a way that's different from Korea.
He literally said the word, "That is dangerous." Korea's birth rate indicates hang on, how am I saying that? The biggest problem is the number of the birth rate, that it is so low that the population will disappear. So it was a very sober statement, and it feels like it emphasizes that this is a piece of a fact.
It's just nice to be away from the tall buildings, you know.
And to be in the city, but not in the skyscraper part of the city.
Yeah, like that. This is cool. It's a nice building.
Look at that room up there.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
All year you would be feeling like you were outside.
Yeah.
It's also really quiet here.
Yeah, it's very quiet.
I mean, we're in a city.
Yeah, look at that.
And that's actually quite a large apartment.
That's a big building. Yeah, you don't really see it.
The first thing we said was, wow, we really like this neighborhood, and it was very calm, very quiet, very peaceful. And the houses there weren't big skyscrapers. It just felt really nice. The street, the shops, everything. And then, you know, to find out.
That looks like a school.
Yeah. It is, it's gotta be a school. All right, wow, right in the middle of this neighborhood. It's like the neighborhood school. I wonder if you can get in.
Oh, whoa, this building here is a school. It was closed down, you know, just 2 years ago.
서울 안에서도 폐교가 된다는 사실을 알고 계셨어요?
No, I don't think we have tracked any of that, if that's...
I don't know that we've traveled to any large cities where schools have closed because of depopulation. Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. Wow, man, this is massive. There must have been a lot of kids when this was open. Yeah, it's luck, man.
So sad.
Oh, man. Think, like, right now, at this time of day, how much energy would be out here, how many kids, the noise.
It's ready for kids.
Yeah, the noise. Imagine, like, when school's getting out and...
Kids running down the stairs into the
That's why
playground.
this neighborhood feels so calm, right?
Oh, this is religious.
Ah, yeah, okay.
One thing I just want to say is also just the clock, the time has stopped, is also really notable.
It's like 10 to 4.
Yeah.
Huh. I feel that. Like time has stopped.
Can we translate that?
Yeah, hang on. Yeah.
It's got to be something significant.
Yeah. They are spirits full of play and love, like happy spirits. A school full of dreams and love.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's so positive.
Oh, man.
Love. Like, to think that love was put on that. We don't do that in our education system.
Yeah, no. But also full of.
Yeah.
It's the building is empty of dreams
and love.
Wow. Oh my God. Oh, I feel that. Yeah. So whereas, a few minutes ago I'm thinking, whoa, it's nice and quiet here, it feels good. And now, realizing this is a school that's been closed, I feel, it's kind of dead here. Not quiet, dead.
Yeah, there's an absence.
Okay, I don't know if I like that.
It would be really nice if we could talk to somebody who graduated from this school or who lives in the neighborhood.
Well,
hey, look, this...
Yeah, let's go.
What if we went... Wait a minute, let me see. Oh, I love this. This is such a nice... 안녕하세요. Hi. could we talk to you for a minute?
많이 나오셨던 쌤.
이야기 가능하세요?
I remember thinking, oh my goodness, we're getting to meet someone who graduated from this school. That's incredible. And people whose children went to the school and people who still live in the neighborhood and are connected to the neighborhood. Like that was amazing. It was like, dream it, and there it is. Wow. I got a chill when you both said that. Like, this is really home. This feel. So we're talking to the perfect people.
저희도 이 동네에 살고 있는 주민이지만은 학교가 폐교가 돼서 너무 안타까워요. 애들도 이제 자기네들이 졸업한 모교가 없어졌으니까 서운해하고.
현실인데 뭐.
학부형들이 그럼 우리 애들 어떻게 해야 돼? 다른 데로 전학을 가야 돼? 뭐 이런 얘기가 나올 정도로 계속 불안하게 10년 이상 없어진다 했었어요.
How was it when the school was open? Like during the day, like right now, you know, when the school was open, like the noise and the energy and activity, what was it like?
지금 이 시간에 수업 중이고 아이들이 운동장에서 뛰어놀고 있을 거예요. 지금. 네.
교수님께서 그때 시절을 물어봐 주시니까 갑자기 그때 생각이 나요. 운동장에 일렬로 애들을 다 세워놓고 착한 어린이, 표창장, 공부 잘하면 또 학업상 이런 것도 주시고 그래서 엄마들이 운동장에서 막 박수 쳐주고 그랬었던 시절도 있었고요. 또 운동회도 열려서 엄마들도 같이 달리게 하고 지금은 정말 꿈 같은 얘기인 것 같아요. 그때는 막 시끌벅적 해갖고 운동회를 하면 동네에 막 파티, 잔치 그런 분위기였는데 좀 안타까웠던 거는 아이들이 이제 학생이 많은 곳으로 전학도 많이 가고 이렇게 되더라고요.
우리 아이들의 뭐 입학 사진이라든가 추억의 사진을 몇 장 보여드릴까요?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
이건 우리 아이 졸업사진 크네. 여기 저 앞에서 지금. 졸업사진.
학교 들어가기 전에 그 학교에서
Okay.
아기들이 노는 거예요.
Oh, yeah.
이렇게 커서 결혼을 하고 애를 낳습니다.
You know, when you have a large city like Seoul, you have nothing that really pulls these micro communities together except a school. And so, you know, the school is everything. And people in the surrounding community or this small district, what they share is that, you know, their children will go to the same school. So everybody has that in common. So when you no longer have a functioning school, then you no longer have anything that holds people together.
저희는 큰 애가 지금 37, 작은 애가 32. 근데 아직 미혼이에요. 근데 저는 빨리 보내서 손주를 얻고 싶어요. 가라고 강요할 수도 없고 많이 낳아달라 내가 봐주겠다는데도 너네들은 가서 낳을 생각은 있냐 그러면 낳을 생각은 있어도 하나.
저는 손주가 있어요. 유일하게 지금 제가 여기 초등학교 졸업생들 중에도 유일하게 결혼도 했고 아이도 있는 케이스예요. 그래서 저를 많이 부러워들 하세요.
낳아야죠. 아이 낳아야죠.
Okay.
할머니 돼야죠.
Okay. Them, when you're talking to each other, like, how do you feel? How do they feel in a conversation about that?
아이를 기르는 게 굉장히 벅차다 그러더라고요. 그리고 결혼부터가 이제 난관인 게 결혼할 때 굉장히 비용이 많이 들어요. 굉장히 열심히 살지만 그렇게 해도 그 부담하기 어려운 집값 저희 아이들이 하는 말에 어떤 새로운 생명을 책임지기에 너무 마음이 무겁다.
You know, young Koreans, like, come on, man, you got have kids. Like, I just want to go shout from the rooftops. Start having kids. Come on. Yeah, so today we went to Lotte because they have very strong support for working parents.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? 안녕하세요.
네, 반갑습니다. 반갑습니다. 네.
Nice to meet you.
네, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us, and it's really interesting.
천천히 제가 소개를 좀 드릴 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm noticing that there are a lot of employees that are women. So can you tell us about?
저희 회사에는 약 5,000명 정도의 정규 직원들이 근무를 하고 있는데 보통의 일반 대기업들과는 다르게 그 직원 수의 60% 정도가 여직원으로 구성이 되어 있습니다. 그 여직원들이 많다 보니까 자연스럽게 여성 친화적인 뭐 육아휴직 제도들이나 이런 것들이 많이 생겨났고 잘 발달되어 있는 기업이다라고 이해해 주시면 될 것 같습니다.
And we wanted to discover not only what those policies were, but actually how employees experience those and whether the employees truly think that they benefit from them and enjoy them and like them and use them.
그 저와 똑같이 저희 회사는 남성 직원들도 육아휴직을 많이 쓰고 있거든요. 그래서 같이 경험을 나누는 직원들입니다.
안녕하세요.
And they were telling us their experience of the parental leave policy and how it's working for them and their families.
법정인 육아휴직은 만 8세 이하 자녀에 대해서 최대 유급 1년까지 일단 휴직을 사용할 수 있고 만약에 부부가 각각 최소 3개월의 휴직을 사용한다라고 했을 때는 추가적으로 6개월이 부여가 됩니다. 그래서 유급 휴직은 자녀 한 명당 1년 6개월 그리고 여기까지가 정부의 정책이고요. 자체적으로 운영하고 있는 것은 만 12세 이하 자녀에 대해서 무급 휴직으로 최대 2년을 이제 사용할 수 있습니다. 그래서 법정인 것과 이제 저희의 제도를 합치면 자녀 한 명당 3년 6개월을 휴직을 사용할 수 있는 거죠.
Then you could have a second child and a third child and get more leave. Yeah.
That's true. Is that true? Is that
Yes.
you get 1 year for each child?
Yes.
Ah.
남자들이 육아휴직을 씀에 있어서 사실은 이제 주변 동료나 상사의 눈치를 볼 수밖에 없는 게 사실이긴 한데 배우자 와이프가 아이를 낳으면 의무적으로 반드시 육아휴직 한 달 이상을 쓰게끔 되어 있습니다. 그래서 눈치 볼 필요도 없고 누군가에게 보고를 하고 승낙받을 필요도 없이 무조건 육아휴직을 써야 합니다.
For us as Americans, this sounds really generous. You know?
Does it feel, first of all, does it feel generous to you? And how much is it supporting your decision to have a family or to have more children?
저도 육아휴직을 1년에 썼기 때문에 아내가 그 엄마들 커뮤니티에 가서 이야기를 나누다 보면은 남편이 이렇게 육아휴직을 편하게 사용하고 길게 사용할 수 있는 것에 대해서 둘째, 셋째도 낳을 수 있겠다라는 이야기를 한다고 하더라고요, 실제로.
아기를 낳고 나 보니까 이런 정책이 있고 이런 정책을 저희가 누릴 수 있다고 생각을 하니까 이후에 좀 체감이 확 와닿았던 것 같아요.
In many areas of the world, it's difficult for men to take parental leave because many men have a traditional sense that I have to go to work. And if I take parental leave, it shows also that I'm not a real loyal employee.
사실 이제 회사에서 어느 정도 이거를 제도화하고 조금 더 푸시를 해주는 게 실제 사용하는 사람 입장에서는 좀 많이 도움이 됐다라고 생각을 하고 이제 그런 제도들이 이제 저희 회사에는 있어서 그래도 조금은 부담감을 덜고 휴직을 사용했던 것 같습니다.
육아휴직을 다녀오셨던 분이 점장님으로 승진을 해가지고 보직을 맡으셨거든요. 승진이라든지 커리어적으로 그런 불이익을 받지 않는구나라는 것들을 주변 동료의 사례로서 많이 느끼고 경험을 해봐야지 사용하는 거에 대해서 부담이 많이 줄어드는 것 같아요.
What is the thing that you enjoy doing with your child the most?
같이 샤워하는 거.
저 같은 경우에는 애기들이랑 놀아줄 때 어느 시점이 되면 이제 아빠를 인지하는 순간이 오는데 그때 이제 눈 마주치는 순간이 되게 좋더라고요.
분유를 주는 순간에 가장 행복해 하더라고요. 그래서 애기랑 눈 마주치면서 분유 주는 순간이 서로에게 있어 가장 행복하고 의미 있는 시간이에요.
Is that true? Is that?
Treat your employees really well. It's a win-win, as we say.
If there is a better work culture for parental leave, for example, people would feel more, they would have a better work-life balance, and there would be more ability to have a second child, right? A family
right.
that's having to.
Ready? Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen,
Something tells me to put the Penn State students on this side and Konkuk students on this side. And maybe let's set it up so that we can
you
see
can see
people
everybody.
in
Yeah. What else, Sam? Keep talking.
I think it's good. Topic for today is the birth rate. We haven't spoken about that at all with either Penn State or Konkuk students, purposefully, because we knew that we were going to have this conversation today.
Glad you're here. Nice to see you.
The students, they've really gotten to know one another, and they have become really close, and they've shared a lot of things. The issue all around the world is the declining birth rate. But here in Korea, it's a particularly important issue because Korea has the lowest birth rate. Necessary for a society to reproduce itself is that each woman has 2.1 children. It'd be really interesting to have the American perspective and the Korean perspective and really engage that.
I love babies. So sometimes I want to be married and have a kid, but sometimes I don't want it because in Korea it is difficult to pregnant woman or married woman has their own career. My plan is unclear. If my husband can be a pregnant man, I want to be a married.
I have quite similar opinion with that or her. Like, of course I want to get married, of course I want to have children, be fine, have children.
Wait 1 second. You just said something really important. You said, of course I want to get married, and of course I want to have children. Like, of course is a really big word there. So before you continue, say more about of course.
Like, through my life, I have a sibling, and I like, for my parents, it's like, so good for me, like, and it's like, it's kind of course to me, like, it's kind of naturally, like, getting married or like having children, so.
I just want to marry at 23, but I'm now 22. And I don't have any lovers. So I think it's gonna depend on government's policy or law.
So you said one thing about if the government policies are, that's interesting. So if you had more support somehow, that might help you or may have you think about like, maybe I would have a child. Or,
yeah, maybe.
But with all the other things first.
Yes.
Does anyone feel really different than what you heard just now from a few of your peers?
I don't really want any kids because, and I want to live like a successful life, and to be success means a lot of money. And I also want to use the money to like live my life, which brings me to my second point is that I would have to raise this kid for about 22 years. I don't want to be wasting 22 years of my life to raise a kid whenever.
You use the term wasting time in your life, right? Does anybody else, when he says the word wasting, does that resonate
Who
with
relates
anyone?
to that? Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, so like, I agree with Lucas's point for a reason, if I were to bring in here, because I wouldn't to fulfill my dreams and my goals.
Are you surprised that Penn State students said what they said?
I think their opinion is very reasonable and don't have enough money to raise kids. We all know our kids will have a bad future. So I think it's very reasonable.
But you said
You made a distinction between women and men.
One of the things that we've noticed in our work at Penn State in working with students from all over the world is they all have very similar ideas about having kids and getting married. And that's it's kind of a shared experience at this stage in history. And so this is about young people around the world and not just particular groups of young people.
I would add that I've been listening to college students talk about their lives up close for 35 years, almost 40 years. And I think it's very clear that there's a difference in this generation.
I'm now working as a part-time teacher in Daechidong. It's one of the most hottest education system in Korea. And in that academy, very, very young students really study hard, and it's kind of competition. And
저희가 그 경쟁 속에서 살아온 아이들이고, 그리고 그 경쟁을 겪어서 대학까지 오는 거잖아요. 근데 그 경쟁 속에서 스스로가 행복하다고 생각하지 않았는데, 과연 내가 애를 낳아서 이 아이에게 똑같이 겪게 해도 괜찮은가를 생각하면은 왜 내가 아이를 낳아서 길러야 하지? 그 정도의 내가 준비가 되었냐를 먼저 생각하다 보니까 아이는 낳고 싶은데 지금은 안 된다.
Like America, you almost fail all your high school classes and then you can still get a job. And it's like it's a lot harder, but you can still kind of make a living. You can live in a rural countryside, and I think that is almost unavailable, judging by kind of what the others say in Korea. And so that leads to a lower birth rate.
Koreans is one of the reasons for the low birth rate is you have your stuff in order. And what that means is you're all doing the things that you need to do.
A few Americans really strive for. Everyone's so diverse and has different plans. It's all over the place. So it doesn't really matter that much. But for Korea, it's a much more condensed culture, and that you're looking for, everyone's competing for this exact same plan that only a few can truly reach with money and family.
Learning over and over about the high levels of competition. And I do feel that young people are really in a crisis moment that I think I didn't believe beforehand.
So put your differences aside, come together with all of the other people who are making the big decisions for the entire nation of Korea, the wealthiest, the most powerful, and figure out what you're going to do about this birth rate right now. Not 5 years from now, not 10 years from now, right now. Address it.